Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am sharing with you guys a special Valentine's Day edition of a something old, something new. If you haven't seen these videos from me before, this is basically where I feature two specific products. One or possibly two of them is an old favorite, and then one, possibly two of them is just something new that I am trying out or that I picked up. And then of course I just fill in the gaps with things that I already have from my collection. So today's video, because it is Valentine's Day this week, I wanted to share with you guys two Valentine's Day makeup looks using two different eyeshadow palettes. First off, for my something new, we're going to be testing out the UR A QT palette from Colourpop. This is an Ulta exclusive palette, which I kind of hate to do because I know not everyone can or will shop at Ulta, but I do think this is a beautiful, perfect for Valentine's Day or even spring pastel purple kind of palette. So we will be creating a look from this one, and then for my something old, we are going to go in with one of my old favorites, the Juvia's Place Douce palette, and create kind of a soft, very light pastel pink makeup look with this one. So I hope that you guys are excited about this video. If you are new to my channel, I hope that you will consider subscribing. If you enjoyed this video, of course, give it a thumbs up. Also hit that notification bell if you would like to be notified every time I upload. And with that said, let's go ahead and jump into the two makeup looks. So I think we're going to start off with the look from the something new, the UR A QT palette from Colourpop. But before we get started on the eyeshadow looks, I want to just walk you guys through everything else that I have on my face. First off, I am wearing for foundation my Flower Beauty Light Illusion foundation. For my concealer, I have on the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in the color Neutralizer. For bronzer today, I have the Wet n Wild contour stick in the color Where's Walnut. For my blush, I'm wearing NARS Madly, which I just picked this up today, this morning actually, from, of all places, Marshall's, $7.99. Right? But as plain as it looks in the pan, this is a gorgeous blush. There's a reason people talk about it. For highlighter, I am wearing the Maybelline Master Chrome Highlighter in Molten Rose Gold. And then in my brows, I'm wearing my Colourpop Brow Boss Pencil. That is it so far. So let's jump into the UR A QT palette. So I am super excited to give this a try. I went into Ulta this morning, actually, to pick up one palette from Colourpop, and I came home with two. I actually went in to pick up a different palette, this one right here, the Blush Crush palette. But at Ulta, if you spend $15, you get $3.50 off of your purchase price. And this one was $1 short, so I figured, you know, I really want that $3.50 off. I'm gonna go ahead and grab another $15+ palette. I know, the things that we say to ourselves to justify makeup purchases. So we're gonna start off with the Colourpop UR A QT palette. I really wanna stick with kind of this row right here and do just a very cool toned purple, pastel purple kind of look. Might even dip into these cooler toned shimmery shades right here. And you guys might be thinking to yourself, Mandy, you just picked up a purple and pink palette in the very expensive Natasha Denona palette. I talked a little bit about this palette, which I have been trying out a lot more, and I do enjoy this palette, but I have to really rein these looks in. Like, it takes some effort for me to rein in these looks because I'm not a bold color person. So I wanted to just show you guys, not that these are anywhere even close to each other at all, but just their vibe. This one is much more of like a bold pink and purple vibe, whereas this is much more of a soft purple vibe, if you get my drift. I want to start off by going in with this shade in the corner right here. This is the shade With Love, which looks to be just kind of like a very soft peachy tone, almost just a hair darker than my skin tone shade. I'm going to take that on my Morphe M504 brush, and I did already put a little bit of eyeshadow primer down. I just used the Profusion eyeshadow primer. It's like almost 5 o'clock in the afternoon. On a Saturday, I have my pajama pants on already. I am ready to stay in for the night, so I do not need my eyeshadow to last very long. Not only that, I'm washing this off immediately before I do my next look. So it's very interesting. This color, in the pan, it looks very kind of flesh tone, but it is a soft pink. It's definitely a peachy pink, but it does have more pink in it on the eyes than it looks to in the pan. Gratefully, what I love about this palette, if you are not into this soft pink up in your transition area, you have this whole row of more neutral or even cool tone transition shades. And that reminds me, I will insert some swatches of this palette for you guys right here in case it's one that you're just curious about. So now I'm going to go into this soft purple shade, and I want to take this on my BH Cosmetics No. 6 blending brush. We are going to start building that. Oh, that is a pretty color. Look at that. Kind of through the crease and just very slightly up above that crease. So this color looks like a very neutral purple leaning cool, but it has a little bit more pink in it than you might think looking at the pan. But I feel like this color, I did underneath it put that warmer tone pink through my crease. So if you do not like warmer toned pinks, I would actually recommend probably going in with one of these two shades. In fact, probably this one right here, because this one looks to be a true cool tone transition. So if you want to bring out the cooler tone in this color, go in with a cooler tone transition or just the shade alone by itself, and it will help bring out the cool tone in it. I feel like this is looking more pink because of what I put underneath it, which is making me a little nervous because I really don't want these looks to look exactly the same. The next look that I'm doing with the Juvia's Place palette will be pink, so hope these cool tone purples really pull through for me. Now I'm going to take my Juvia's Place small buffer brush, and I want to go in just with the purple shade, and we're going to build that up on my lower lash line. And I think I want to build this up pretty low down. I don't know if you guys can tell. Do you see how much cooler it is right here than it was up through here because of the pink that we put underneath it? Kind of wishing that I would have just started with the purple, but that's okay. We'll make it work. So I think I just talked in my last video about Valentine's Day and kind of our plans or lack of plans for Valentine's Day. We did end up going out last night just to a movie. We went and saw the new, it's actually not new anymore. It's like 3 months old. The Star Wars movie. This was our first time seeing it. We don't actually go to movies very often, partly because just kind of our phase of life that we're in right now. We're busy on Friday or Saturday nights, but I have to say I really loved this movie. It was, so far, of all the Star Wars movies I've seen all of them. It's just, I've seen all of them like once, maybe twice. This was my favorite one by far. I thought it was amazing. Now I want to start building up this deeper color right here into my crease and kind of just right at the lash line. But I do have to say, going to a movie right before it leaves the movie theater, that is the way to see a movie, you guys. I'm telling you, we had the entire row to ourselves. There was like 2 or 3 people on each row in the movie theater, and that was it. I actually like lifted up the little cup holder things on the side and just laid over on my husband's lap and kicked out my legs to the side. I can't believe I didn't fall asleep because I am notorious for falling asleep in a movie theater. Okay, that is a beautiful purple. Oh. So anyways, I have decided if ever there is a movie that I really want to see in the theater, I'm gonna wait a couple months because that is the way to watch a movie. It was so wonderful. So now I really want to kind of cool this look down even more. So I'm gonna take this deep purple right here. This is the color Kiss Me, which is kind of like a iridescent blue tone purple. All right, so I'm just gonna take that color on my finger, and I'm going to just tap it on the outer half of the lid. It's very pretty. I'm just going to take a clean finger and I'm going to kind of smudge that front edge just a little bit so we can go in with something to overlap that. So now I want to go into this shade Love Me, which feels like it's, I think this has got to be a Super Shock shadow because it is kind of that creamy sheer formula. But I'm going to take that just on a cleanish finger and pop that on the inner half of the lid and kind of overlap that shade that we had. Okay, and then just because I can, I'm going to go in and highlight my brow bone with this shade right here. This is the shade Too Hot For You. I'm just taking that on a Luxie eyeshadow brush. Okay, I'm going to go back into my Morphe M507 and take just a tiny bit more of this deep purple and just put that right on this topmost corner, kind of blend it through my crease just a little bit more. Alright, so now we're going to do some liner. I'm just going to take my LA Girl Ultimate Eye Intense Wear Auto Liner, and then I am going to put on a couple of coats of mascara, and I will be right back with you guys. Alright guys, so here is finished eye look number 1 using the new UR A QT palette. I really love how this one turned out. I think it's really, really pretty. It's definitely very, very bold in purple. It's very pinky purple. In fact, this eye look does give me a little bit of the same vibe as the It's My Pleasure palette. I'm curious to try this out without that warmer shade underneath with just kind of the cooler tone purples in here to see if I can get a little bit different of a look, but beautiful palette. If you're into pinks and purples and you like a more soft pink and purple, I feel like you could definitely achieve that more with this palette. Oh, let's go ahead and put on a lipstick. I think today I want to go in with my Whirl Pencil by MAC. And I think to go on top of that lip liner, I want to go in with this lip gloss. This is URAQT Cosmetics. This is their Alter Ego lip gloss in the color Goddess. It's kind of like a purple nude shade. It is a little bit deeper. I'm going to put just a little bit of this on. Alright, so there it is with that lip gloss. I do like that lip gloss, but I'm actually thinking I kind of want to tone down the color on my lips because my eyes are a little bit more dark and bold. I'm going to wipe some of that off and go in with this. This is the NARS Velvet Lip Glide in the color Stripped, which is really almost like a concealer. Not quite a concealer, sort of nude. Okay, so now, instead, I want to go in with a little bit of the Fenty Gloss Bomb. This came in the holiday kit that I got. This is the color Confetti, which is kind of like a clear with a little bit of like a cool sparkle to it. There we go. That's better. I like that a lot better. Alright, you guys, and with that, this is look number 1 using the new Colourpop UR A QT palette. Now I'm going to go wash this eye look off really quick, and then I will be back to share with you guys another look using the Juvia's Place Douce palette. Alright guys, now for look number 2 with the Juvia's Place Douce palette. So I really am wanting this look to be much softer, a much more kind of light pastel look that's not quite as dramatic in the outer corner. As much as I love using this brown, oh man you guys, this is such a good brown. I'm going to try and stay away from it and just stick with kind of the soft pinks in here and this kind of neutral shade right here. So I want to start off by going in with my Morphe M504 brush, and I'm going to really load up this color on my brush. I think I'm going to put this all over the lid up through my crease. We're gonna take now this pink color. I'm actually gonna mix it with the neutral shade because I don't want this pink to be too bold. So I'm gonna take this right up through my crease. So hopefully you can tell just how soft that color is. I'm just gonna go back and forth, dipping between those two shades, kind of building up that soft color. Now I do want just a little bit of that pink through my crease, so I'm going to go in with my M507 brush, and I'm taking just this soft pink by itself and tap most of it off. I'm going to really build this slowly because again I don't want this pink to get out of hand. I almost want it to not be noticeable that I'm wearing pink eyeshadow, and I know a lot of you guys do not enjoy pink eyeshadow on yourselves, so hopefully this will be more of an approachable way to wear pink eyeshadow for you. If you are one of those people that feels like when you put these kind of colors on your lids, you end up looking a little bit sickly. I'm not really adding any more color. I'm just blending that back and forth, just slightly up, so it barely peeks up above my crease. And then I'm going to take the tiniest bit of this color right here and just put that right inside my socket there. Again, this is barely going to show up. It's just giving me the tiniest bit of depth right there. Okay, and I want to add one more layer of the mixture between these two shades just right above my crease. Just kind of blend that out. And now I think for my lower lash line, I want to take a mixture of these two shades right here just to give me the tiniest bit of definition down there. I did want to swatch these two for you guys just to show you the difference. They're actually quite similar to each other. This one is just a little bit more iridescent. It has almost like a blue and white flip to it, whereas this one is just a true soft champagne pink. So I think I'm actually going to put these on with a brush instead of with my finger because I want them to be a little bit more sheer. So I'm going to take this shade on my BH blending brush, and we're just going to dust that across the lid. So I'm really pretty happy with where we are because I do want to do a winged liner with this look. So let's go ahead and just do the winged liner and leave it at that, and then we'll kind of assess and see how things look. So for my winged liner, I'm going to use this little gel pot. This is from Folklore Cosmetics. Okay, so I'm just going to add a tiny bit more of that shimmery shade just to the center of my lid. So I'm just taking a little bit on the tip of this BH brush, and I'm just going to pop that right on the center right there. And then I also want to add just the tiniest bit to my inner corner. I'm just going to take this little low Cornell brush and pop a little bit of that just right on the tear duct. And now I just am going to go in with a couple of coats of mascara. And for mascara for the last look and also for this look, I'm using the Bare Minerals Lashtopia. I'm going to add a few coats of this and I will be right back. Let's go ahead and do the lips really quick. So I think for this lip look, I'm going to go back with my MAC Whirl lip liner. And then I'm going to go in with this lipstick right here. This is from Flower Beauty. This is the color Naked Blush, which is just a really nice, neutral kind of soft pink. And then for this look, I do want to add a little bit of gloss. I'm going to go in with Fussy by Fenty and add just a little bit of this on top. Alright guys, and this is the finished soft pink eye look using the Douce palette by Juvia's Place. If you own this palette or if you're curious about what other looks you can come up with using this palette, I do have an older video where I did 4 looks, maybe 3 looks with this palette, so I will link it in the eye right here or down below if you want to see that. But I love this look. I think it's super, very soft, very subtle, very Valentine's, but also really you could wear this any day. It's very neutral. But I hope you guys enjoyed these makeup looks. Hopefully you enjoyed me creating these 2 different Valentine's inspired eye looks using an older palette and also a newer palette. But that is it. Happy Valentine's Day to all of you. Thank you so much for watching this video or for watching any of my videos for that matter. It means the world to me. Thank you guys again. I hope that you have a great one and I will see all of you very soon in my next video. Bye. Oh, I forgot to do the thumbnail for the other look. Dang it! Didn't really do my hair this morning, and I took a nap this afternoon. Yeah, it's literally a rat's nest, or a bird's nest. So we're gonna start off with the something. I'll add a few coats and I'll... Charlie, you like this brush? Yeah, look. Charlie's a unicorn! That's so cute.